What about now? Hey, Ebony. Okay. So again, Keith, Janie, Miss Young, Sunny Be Lovely, Lisa, Ebony, TJ. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Miami Dade. Hey, how you doing? If you don't mind clicking that like button on your way in, we are going to have some conversations today. We're going to get down to some things. We're going to get down. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. So, hey, April, how you doing? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have to get in where you fit in around here. It's like so many lives going on in a day. You know, you have to kind of get in where you fit in. Thank you, thank you. Get this strong this up. Okay. So first, let me thank everybody for, coming out, showing your face, having your face in the place. And like I said, we're going to have some conversations today. And it's just building on some stuff that we've already been discussing and some things that we will be discussing later. I felt like during this midday, you guys needed something to kind of, get your mojo going, something exciting. A little conversation starter. So let me go ahead and let you know in advance. For the men that are on here, Keith, bear with me. Just bear with me. For the women that are on here, relax and take notes. For any men that are on here, if you would like to... Look, now my mama want to pull up outside. Hey, Cassandra, if you would like to contribute anything to this or dispute anything in this, please, feel free. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. Let me open up this door real quick. She's going to come in here all loud. Hold up. No. I'm on my live. Don't say nothing crazy. You want to speak?
I don't know. I was going to do it last night, but I didn't know how, because the little girl I work with, she didn't come to work. And so, just oldies don't know about that. And I didn't have the little thing hooked to the phone.
What thing?
Let's see, I just got it downloaded at the bottom.
My mama just came in. She ain't trying to speak, but she trying to.
No. Hello. Hello.
Looking all Chinese and stuff.
Oh, wow.
They said, hey, Mom.
Say howdy.
She said, hello. Take a shot.
You look right cute. Who did your hair?
Me.
Excuse me.
So what, did you got to print this off?
Yeah, because I got to sign it. I need to fill it out and then,
Hold up, y'all.
let me fill it out first. And then you can print it off and I sign it, then I got to fax it to her.
No, I'm going to print it off so you can fill it out.
Well, no, okay. Well, it'd be much needed to do it on.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, hey, Trev. It's so small, that's why I was trying to print it out. Unless you want to use my laptop to pull it up on there.
No, I know what that is. And she said it was my information,
Okay.
and I can enlarge it.
All right. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? How you doing? Hello, Dr. Rogers' mom.
Hello. Don't start the foolishness today.
Hey, Kim. Marietta, hey, how you doing? So, you sure you don't need a laptop?
Mm-hmm. It ain't that much to put in there. I'm about through.
Okay. Miss Hairston, hey, how you doing? So the conversation, see what my mama said about this. The conversation that we are having today is regarding grown boys. Grown boys.
Oh no.
She talking about, oh Lord. We're talking about the grown boy syndrome, aka the premature man syndrome.
Oh no.
So we're gonna start this off really quick. I already gave my disclaimer to the guys. We would love your feedback. Women, I told y'all, relax and take notes. Pull out your notepad. Do whatever you need to do. So I'm gonna take notes on my own self. I'm just staying wet. So just to get a clear understanding of what we are talking about right now. Usually when people say premature, they're thinking about babies and other things. When it comes to this particular conversation, we're talking about premature. To define that, we're talking about occurring or done before its proper time. Not fully developed. Nothing fazed me. Hey, how you doing? Not fully developed, happening too early. So what we are looking at is a male that has an adult body, yet a child mentality. Mm. I need you to send it to, hold up, y'all. Hey, Lulu.
I tried to send it to my email last night. I don't know if I did something wrong. Couldn't get it to go to my email.
You want to print all of it out? Or just the sheets that need to be? You want to print the whole thing out?
Probably.
Y'all stand by.
You got to go away somewhere. I could have went and got it.
You could have talked to my people while I'm out there.
No, Mama, what you say to 'em?
You got something?
Oh Lord, I didn't put the address on me. I like to miss something. I didn't put the address. I did. I put it right there.
All right, y'all. So We are talking about things that tend to look tempting on the outside, but on the inside, hello Mac, on the inside, that tempting thing could be spoiled or premature. Spoiled or premature on the inside. I'm gonna keep this nice right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna keep this nice right now. Hey Michelle, so you have this man, and because he's grown in age and he's able to present himself a certain way, then you may think you have a good man, you know. Because even a grown boy is able to present himself as a grown man temporarily.
I got the injuries too.
Stand back. They said you had a fax and you can't email it.
Email.
Yeah.
You can do it secure. Where I got the fax because I got to sign. Because you had to do the sign papers.
Right, it's still the same thing though.
Oh, you gonna scan the email?
Y'all talk amongst each other for a minute.
Because I'm intruding.
Oh, you all right. I don't know if I put the scanner on here.
Because I mean, I can fax it at the, I don't know what the library, oh my God.
Mm-mm. Started to get this little boy yesterday when I'm walking up to the sign. Y'all just excuse me for a minute. Act like you don't see me. And I'm walking up to the sign up there, and he walking the darn dog, and I watch him let the dog poop in the yard. So I'm coming up, I'm like, boy, what you doing? And he took off running. I was gonna light him up. One of the little, I think it was a little Shih Tzu or something.
Well, he was living up there tonight.
Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, he did that. He was definitely a Shih Tzu, because he did that. I'm like, how in the world? And I said, maybe the dog just, having to take a little, trying to urinate or something.
You got to go, you got to go.
Well, he need to go somewhere else. And that boy knew that joker took off so fast, he better be glad I wasn't ready to run. Because I would have got him. I would have got him. And the dude next door, he was outside washing his car. He was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, is that your brother? I was about to get him on sight. Hold up. All right, y'all. Oh.
You might have a thing to send it to me.
So we're going to be talking about this guy. And if you happen to be this person, then no harm intended. Mom, you ever met a grown boy?
Don't see email address. A grown boy.
It had to be the one that they used to email you. That fly's about to. Yeah, grown boy. He's old enough to be considered grown, but mentally he's a little boy. Was that a yes or a no? I know somebody. The name Boo.
Boo. A grown boy. Dog. Lord have mercy. You ought to be ashamed.
Okay. So when we think about this person, I'm gonna try to multitask for a minute. When we think about this person, Mama, you're gonna have to, when I finish this, you're gonna have to let them know that it's coming from my email address now. Oh, why did that name just pop up? Wait a minute, that was scary. Um, okay. All right. So you want to just let me make sure it went. Just call and make sure she let her know that you sent it. Just don't do it sitting right there though, because I don't need them hearing your information. They got good ears. They got good ears. Might need to go in my room. All right, y'all. So we're getting back on this grown person. Hey, Kimberly President. All right. So this person is grown in age. He's able to present himself as a grown man, at least temporarily. And the reason that he's able to do that, because in reality, you know, you're a grown man. At least in age anyway. But when it comes to your mentality, when it comes to your behaviors, when it comes to your thinking, you actually have a child. You're premature. Just like a child that wasn't able to stay in his or her mom's body. So your physical developed, but your mental didn't develop all the way. And when I say that, I don't mean that as in like this person has a mental illness. No, I mean their emotions or how they make decision makings, those things haven't fully developed. So you see them doing things that maybe a mature person wouldn't do. Did she get it?
She said she's gonna check right now. I told her to call me right back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she got it.
All right.
I got a little box like this.
From your son.
I got the big.
She sucks. You can cut that TV on with that Roku stick. Wow. Should have never gave you Niagara's nothing. So, this man, he has been coddled for most of his life. And usually that coddling comes from a mom or a grandmother. That's what you see with this guy. Or it could be that he learned inappropriate behaviors from his father or from another male figure. And with that, this person tends to have, and this is not a shot, but this person, because he has come up around a lot of females, or because he was taught these negative things from another male that was possibly a grown boy as well, this person usually has female tendencies. Now, when I say female tendencies, I don't mean that in like, oh, he's going around snapping and doing all that stuff. I mean, taking on some of the roles that people would assume a female takes on, right? Like gossiping. That's something that people usually put on females. Well, the grown man, he's the grown boy. Let me not say grown man. He tends to take on things like that, doing spiteful things, just doing something that people would assume is characteristic of a female. Um, this person had no father or
You got the nail in your car.
me
Yeah, I did.
had no father or no significant male figure. I'm not going to say model, but male figure to demonstrate those mature manly behaviors or responsibilities. So he never learned those things. So we have a person now, he could have all the right intentions. Hopefully. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. Let's say he has the right intentions. He wants to do right. He wants to be that guy. He may have himself believing that he's that guy, but he's not that guy. All right, Keith, make sure you come back. He's not that guy that he think he is. He's that guy, but not that guy that he thinks.
Probably advertising.
Yeah. So some characteristics. Gossiping when it comes to a man is a huge turnoff. Right. Yeah, this ain't a check. I'm looking for a check.
Solicitation for you.
Cut the check. So some of the characteristics of this guy. And I need you guys to chime in. Now, it's going to sound similar to some of the things that we've been going over for the last couple of weeks. But for the ladies, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have ever been involved or have come, hey, Trinitina, or have come in contact, yeah, check it out. Or have come in contact with this guy, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. You're probably going to sit back laughing like, yo, I know him. Yo, I'm married to him. Yo, that's my baby daddy. Like, you're going to sit here and these things going to cross your mind, and guys, you may see some of these characteristics in your girl. I don't know, but right now it's the grown boy. So some of his characteristics. One thing that this person has is difficulty fully committing. Now, he may look like he commits to certain things, but if you are a person that is truly aware of what he has going on, he has a difficult time committing to things. Some of those things include relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's just with friends, whether it's with family, or even coworkers. They have a difficult time being loyal. Hey, Tirona. They have a difficult time being loyal. So they may do it for a while. They may even promise you that they're going to do certain things, but they have an inability or they refuse to follow through on whatever they tell you that they're going to do. Whenever it comes to relationships, they almost seem to sabotage some things. Is it intentional? I don't know. But they tend to have a difficult time committing whenever it comes to relationships. What you think?
I'm jealous.
Don't be jelly. There's some pink lemonade in there. This person also has some difficulties committing to things like employment. Now, I'm going to just go down a list whenever I say this, but these things just fall under difficulty committing. So with employment, this is the man that may, hey, butterflyness, he may hop around from job to job to job to job. So maybe in the past 3 years, he may have had 6, 7, 8, 9 jobs. He has difficulty like staying where he is, not because he can't do the work, but he's always changing up. And you'll find, hey, Miss Eva, this person is always, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? This person is always complaining about the job. He's never satisfied. They're always doing stuff to him on the job. Why are they allowing this person to do this and I can't do? Like, they always find something wrong. And no matter what job they go on, they're pretty much going to have those same problems on that job. It follows that grown boy wherever he goes. Even if the job is going well for him, he just, when it comes down to the commitment part, he refuses to commit. When it comes to commitment, he has to hop to the next person. And that's usually what happens in his relationships as well. When it gets to the point where he really has to commit, off to the next one, because he's not there yet. His mind isn't registering commitment. He runs from that. Pew! That's that. Housing. Trust nobody. Hey, how you doing? Still falling under commitment. Yeah, some of y'all gonna laugh at this one because you know exactly who I'm talking about. You probably been with him for a couple years. This person is constantly moving. And a lot of times he's constantly moving because he's constantly changing jobs or because he is constantly changing relationships. And not only does the grown boy usually move a lot, but he usually finds someone to move in with. You got me? He's moving in with someone, or he finds a situation that he can manipulate or try to take advantage of that situation for his residency. Whatever he needs to do to manipulate that situation, he'll do that. But it's not something that he's going to commit to. So if I can go and move in with this person. Oh, okay, I'm sorry I had missed you before. I'm sorry. When, this person seems to be getting too serious, he has to jump to another person. Hey, ain't one but me. He has to jump to another person. If this person gets on him about not paying bills and doing certain things, he has to jump over to the next place. And the grown boy usually tries to make you feel guilty because you're talking to him about certain things that he's not doing and that he should be doing as a grown man. The last thing that I have in this category, he has difficulty committing to life itself. So this person tends to play dangerous games with his life, whether it's running around, having unprotected sex, participating in self-destructive behaviors, like drinking himself drunk, just going out, drinking and drugging, acting a fool, putting himself in a lot of compromising positions, and he just doesn't make sure that all his responsibilities are handled. Now, on the outside, to a person that's dealing with him personally, he may look like he has it all together. But the people that have to deal with him personally, they know the truth. He could drive around in a nice car. Once again, physical presentation could be bomb. Like, he looked like he got it going on. But for the person that is dealing with him, they realize, yes, he has a nice car, but he's not paying his bills. Yes, he has a nice car, but he's staying home with his mom and he's not helping her out with any bills. Yes, he presents himself as being well and he carries himself well, but you're not taking care of the kids. Like, this is what a grown boy is made of, and this is how you can, some of the ways that you can identify this person. On top of the committing, let's sit in this responsibility thing for a while. Let's sit in the responsibility thing for a while. Again, this person refuses to take responsibility. So whenever it's time for him to be held accountable or to take responsibility for his actions, this person, this grown boy, he chooses to, hey Mahogany, he chooses to lie in lieu of being honest. All you got to do is tell the truth. We talked about this before with the psychopath and the pathological liar, the habitual liar. This person chooses a lie over the truth when it comes to him being held accountable. He attempts to cover up his mess or is quick to blame someone else for his wrongdoings. So no matter what it is, and it could be something small. He forgot to take out, he was supposed to take out the trash, forgot to take out the trash. Well, little JoJo was supposed to take out the trash. JoJo had never taken out the trash a day in his life. Just say you didn't take out the trash. Grown boy, he's just not willing to accept those responsibilities, and he's going to put it on the first person that comes to his mind. Like, that's you. That ain't me. I don't care what you say. Next thing, this person takes little to no initiative to do things for other people if he doesn't see how it's going to benefit him personally. If I don't see how this is going to be beneficial to me, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to slow walk this thing if I do it at all. If I do it at all. Because it's not my responsibility. And a grown boy feels like he's really only responsible for himself. Even if he has 5, 6 kids, he's only responsible for himself. This person lies to others about situations to make himself appear as the victim. So not only is he bringing other people in, oh, little Matt, we don't care about that. Not only is he bringing other people into his lies, but even when it comes to stuff with him, just personal to him, he has to go and like if something happened between you guys and you're a couple, something happens, instead of him, number one, he shouldn't be running his mouth, again, going back to those female tendencies. He has to go out and talk to other people about what's going on. And when he's talking to those other people, he is the victim. So that grown boy will tell everybody how bad you are, not mention whatever he had going on, and he makes himself appear as the victim. Never mind the fact that you aren't doing, never mind the fact that you aren't helping to pay bills. Never mind the fact that, you're not holding up your, never mind the fact that you're not holding up your end of the deal. Whatever is going on, that person is going to make him, that person is going to make himself look like he's the victim, and he's going to make his partner, if it's his friend, whoever it is, he's going to make that person look bad, and he's going to make himself appear as the victim. Even if you actually saw what happened with your own eyes, he's going to make himself appear as the victim. It's just what they do. The next thing, and it goes along with what I just said, this person involves other people in his stuff. Like, he's in trouble, so he has to drag you into it. not even blaming you, but he has to drag you into it because he needs a yes man in the back. So he drags this other person in to either help confirm, deny, or justify his lies or irresponsible actions. He needs somebody that goes along with his stuff to have his back, right? Here's a major thing, parents. I need y'all to listen to this one because I don't need you. I don't need you raising any grown boys. We're trying to get out of that. So if this one applies to you, you might want to fix this one expeditiously. The grown boy, usually their parents and or others never held them accountable for their actions, or they were able to manipulate themselves out of a situation. You know those parents that you have and you try to tell them about their kids, that their kids did something, and their parents are going to fight you to the death because my child didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't steal from the store. They didn't steal this soda from the store. They don't even have a soda, but they're standing there with a Mountain Dew up to their lips. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. My son always practiced safe sexual activities. He don't have any babies. Your son got 4 kids. That kind of stuff. Yeah, oh my God, Mahogany, that is the perfect example. Yes, yes. So this is, when they're young, it seems kind of cute. Hey Curtis, how you doing? When they're young, it may seem kind of cute. Whenever they get old, now you have a grown boy. Because nobody made them take accountability for their actions. And it's an ugly thing as an adult. It's one thing to see a kid say, I didn't do it, and you know they did it. Okay, baby, I believe you. When you have an adult that is doing that, and you may have to be in a relationship with that adult or work with that adult or you work over that adult, this is not a good, no, not a good look. And if you're the person that really, really has to deal with it on a daily basis, it's the job all by itself. So the grown boy, I want to take this a step deeper. This grown boy has a tendency or has a propensity to often have criminal type thinking because he has never been held responsible for his behaviors, because he's never had to accept responsibility, he's never been held accountable, then that person tends to think that he is above or can go around the law. That type of thinking makes a person more apt to have criminal thinking, because they've been able to get away with everything else. And it's like everything is a challenge for them, really. Okay, well, I've been able to get out of this. I've been able to get out of this. I fooled this person. I think I can do this right here, too, because I'm pretty good at this thing. So let me give you a little definition of criminal thinking so you'll know what I'm talking about. It is a pattern that allows you to blame others for situations you usually created for yourself. You make excuses and you point your finger at others, claiming you were the one who was really wrong, and you try to justify your behavior. Sound familiar? So that is what criminal thinking is. Now I'm going to give you this definition, and then I'm going to put these two things together. Mastermind. So you got criminal thinking, and then you have mastermind. So mastermind is defined as a person with outstanding intellect, if you were using it as a noun. Now, if you're using it as a verb, this is to plan and direct an ingenious and complex scheme or enterprise. So basically, you are a genius at planning and directing schemes or enterprises. So I take this criminal thinking, I take this mastermind, and I put them together, a criminal mastermind. That's what we're talking about. Hey, millionaire, a criminal mastermind. That's what we're looking at, grown boy. So this person spends a lot of time looking for ways to get over on other people. Get over. All the time that they could be taken to like learn new things and put, um, oh, S. Robinson, thank you. All the time that they could be taken and the energy that they're putting in to try to get over on other people. Hey, Miss Fat Fat, they take that energy and they're trying to figure out ways to get over on other people. Always scheming, which goes into the next one. This person does a lot of plotting and planning for negative ventures, but they put little to no effort into things that are positive unless they can see some type of way where that thing can be beneficial to them. You take all this time and spend it trying to figure out how to do negative stuff, how to deceive, how to be a better liar, but you won't take the time to use that same energy to put into something positive to help you better yourself. The grown man or grown boy, I'm sorry, he doesn't think that far. His thinking isn't forward. This person also brags. He brags proudly about how he has successfully manipulated other people and situations. He's proud of it. So he can sit around a group of people and tell them, yeah, I told her such and she believed me. And I'm home and I got the old lady here and man, I got my girl over there. And like he is proud of his actions. And as long as the person that he is sitting around is agreeing with him, or maybe they're not saying anything, they're just listening, as long as he feels like he has an audience, then he's going to continue on with those behaviors. And if you listen to him close enough, then you will hear him start repeating himself and you will hear the lies for what they are, because the more he tells it, the more he adds onto the story, the more the whole situation is fabricated. He just keeps adding to make himself look better in that situation. Most of those people, again, if you listen to that guy, if you listen to him long enough, you can tell exactly who he is. Just listen. This person, this guy, this man child, he has a deep sense of entitlement with no justification. He just feels he has it in his mind that somebody owes him something. Why? Because he wasn't taught any better when he was younger. And sometimes you do have those that have been taught, but as they were coming up, you were still never held accountable. Because see, these behaviors start when you're young. They don't start when you're an adult. They start when you're younger. And then you get to see what it looks like as an adult. So it doesn't just start when you're 30, when you're 20. No, it started way before that. This person tends to get upset when confronted about any of his inconsistencies, any inaccuracies, any behaviors or personal motives that he may have. If you try to call him out on those things, especially let's say you're his significant other, if you try to call him out on these things, the grown boy is going to turn it around and make it seem like you have the problem. If you are confronting him about certain situations, let's say it's another female, instead of accepting responsibility for the action, no, you're insecure. This is why you're thinking these things. No, I'm thinking it because I see you doing A, B, and C. The grown boy is not going to admit to that. He's going to take his manipulative ways and find a way to put this back on you, on the other person. That's how that person works. Even if it's a friend, they get into it, something happens. Whatever it is, he's going to turn that situation around. Even if he is dead wrong, he's going to find a way to turn that situation around and put it back on that friend. He is never going to admit that he's wrong. The only time that he will admit or be truthful about something is when he has no other choice. He's backed into a corner. Let's say that he I told you this guy never really does stuff for himself. He depends on other people and for whatever they have. So if you back him into a corner, let's say he stays with you, let's say he rides to work with you, like whatever. If he gets put into a situation where he's forced to tell the truth, then the truth you will get. Because they don't have a choice. Because at that point they realize that they have no control over that situation. So they have to tell the truth. But even that truth probably gonna come with a lie behind it. Don't be fooled. You're never gonna get it all and keep it that way. The grown boy he makes promises to you that he know that he has no intention, and I said this before, that he has no intention of, or he just doesn't have the ability to fulfill whatever that promise is. Okay, example. This person is let's see, talking to his exes. Y'all have a conversation. Okay, you're gonna have to get out, because I'm not dealing with you with all this back and forth stuff. I'm not. Well, when that person realizes, okay, I have to give this person an honest answer, number one, and I have to promise them that I'm gonna do these things, because if not, I don't have a place to live. And as a grown boy, I don't have a backup plan. So I got to do whatever I need to do to make things work out in my favor. So she's asking me for this. I'm going to tell her that I'm going to give it to her. What the grown boy does, you might get 2 weeks. If you get a month, you are lucky. You are very lucky. But he's going to do what he needs to do long enough to get that person to change her mind and get her to back away from some of the threats or promises that she made to put his behind out. So he'll do what he needs to do for a certain amount of time, and slowly, gradually, he'll go right back to those old behaviors, because the female has now let her guard down, and he's able to go back and start his manipulation all over again if he ever stopped. These are the things of a grown boy. So trying to get him to fully commit to anything, you have to be a magician. Somebody got to go find David Copperfield. Or go have a little talk with Jesus. And he gonna have to sprinkle a little razzle dazzle down and fix some things. Because that person, these are the cards that you were dealt. That person has to decide, he has to make a conscious decision that he does not want to be a grown boy anymore. And the thing is, whenever you grow up in that, what's going on, Presley? Whenever you grow up in that, and you've been doing that for so long, then it becomes habit, right? And we know that when it comes to habits, if something is a habit for you, if it's habitual, then you do it without even thinking about it. So trying to pull somebody up out of that, that's darn near impossible. That person is going to have to make a decision that that is what he wants to do. Hey, piece in the puzzle. But you trying to take that and change it into something else, you thinking that you can take this and sprinkle a little something on it and shape and mold the grown boy into something else. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Now, talking about the relationship part, it's easy because it's easy for you to identify that in a relationship. But you also see this grown man in everyday life. The man that just refuses to be responsible. It's going to piss the guys off right here. The guy that likes to sit around playing video games all day, when there are things in the home or outside of the home that need to be done. The man that wants to be the head of household until it's time for him to be the head of household. the these are just things, and it may sound funny, and if anybody has ever seen any of these people, um, we ain't gonna call you out. I'm gonna do like other folks do. I need you to, let me see what we're gonna put up here. I need you to put a little 4, just 4, the number 4. If you've seen this before, you can identify with some of this stuff. If you've been a victim of it, just put a number 4 in the chat. That way, if he's looking, he don't really know what the conversation is. He'll actually have to go and listen to it. And if he's listening to it, then that's a good thing, because that's what we want him to do. Oh, Lord, Lisa put 10,000 fours up there, okay? So we only got, okay, I see one more. I may be the only one that's been, exposed to this stuff. I don't know. Okay. So we got some other people that have been exposed. And yeah, I just saw a couple people like jump off real quick. It was like, oh, you ain't hemming me up in this. You're not hemming me up in this. Curtis Ray, you see it for a man, listen. And you see it from a dude standpoint, from a male standpoint. That's the guy that whenever you get him around you, hey Georgia, whenever you get that guy around you, that guy lies for no apparent reason. Like, you didn't do anything to deserve that lie. You didn't ask for it. You didn't do nothing. They just come with the lies. Like, that's that guy. That's the guy I was telling y'all, like, whatever happens, he has to one up the next person. I just went and got me a car today. Oh, yeah, what you got? I got a Toyota Corolla. Oh, man, that ain't nothing. I got a Tacoma. Man, I just got me some Air Force One. Oh, that ain't nothing. I just got me a pair of $300 J's. Man, where they at? Oh, they ain't come in yet. That person. If anything good happens to you, if anything good happens to you, they find a way to one-up you on whatever it is. See, a grown man, yeah, you got to cut them off quick. Right. A grown man, whenever they see someone doing good, whenever they see them excelling, if something good happens for them, a grown man can be happy for you. Right? Real quick. Boy, bye. A grown man can be happy for you, just like a grown woman can. But if you find yourself, and this is for men or women, if you find yourself in a place where every time somebody brings some good news, or they have something good going on, or maybe something is working out good for them, and maybe it's not working as well for you at that time, like, you're going to find some way to downplay or minimize whatever they have going on. Or if they're down on their luck, then you got to kick them a little bit more. So they lost their job. I told you that wasn't going to work out. You should have did what I said. What? Marriage. I told you not to deal with that girl. She was too good for you anyway. Huh? That's the person. Always participating in blatant hating. Can never be happy for anybody. The only time he's happy is when he's lying about himself and he has an audience. That's the only time you're going to get him to be happy. When it comes to whoever that mate is, and he's talking to someone else, oh, he's dealing with a Gabrielle Union or a Halle Berry. Like, that's who he's dealing with. Or leaving just to go spray everyone. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm seeing it. We try to keep these conversations low key. But for the younger women coming up, and for the more mature women that's dealing with this stuff and they're thinking, oh, it's me, like I'm doing something wrong. No, you got to recognize these grown boys for who they are. Now, they're not bad people. Don't get me wrong. They're not bad people. Right. You telling people you got a dime when you got 4 pennies sitting over there. Ain't nothing wrong with that now. Nothing wrong with that. But let me touch on that. You going out talking about how good she is, but you don't treat her like that at home. So if she had to go and tell the story about you, y'all got two completely different stories. They don't match up. Or you're, oh man, my old lady, she got this, she got that, she got such and such going on. And then you meet her. Hey, your husband told me you were working at the hospital and you're doing, this and that. You're an RN, you're doing that, and RN. No, I'm a tech. Oh, okay, okay. Well, they say you work at this. No, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I work at a nursing home. And there's nothing wrong with those things. Don't get me wrong. Admirable. But the grown boy can't accept those things for what they are. When he goes to talk to other people, he's giving a completely different story. But he's not treating you like the queen that he's telling all these other people when you're at home. You're the bad guy. Because he refuses to do whatever he's supposed to be doing. I'm trying to see how many fours popped up on the screen. My friend met a guy who said he had a well-paid job. He'd been on for more than 15 years. Come to find out, he was donating blood. I gotta read this again. My friend met a guy who said he had a well-paid job. He'd been on for more than 15 years. Come to find out, he was donating blood at a plasma center for twice a week for $25. You know what? Excuse me. Hey, get your work on. Get your work on. Um, any dude like that ain't gonna make it around me. Ugh. Don't, yeah, you have to call them out real quick. You have to call them out real quick. That's when you have to hit, that you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Like you got to go ahead, like Curtis said, you got to go ahead and cut that off real quick. I get them one of them. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, your dog had kittens? What? Okay. Yeah. So your dog really had kittens. Dang. That's incredible. Check this out. Man, let me go call my little friend that's a veterinarian and tell him your dog had kittens. Ho 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 ho. When I said kittens, right? Like we just nickname them kittens. Now y'all ain't catching what I'm saying. I need y'all to catch what I'm saying. The grown boy, the manipulative boy, will sit there and tell you something that makes no sense. His dog had kittens. I'm just saying. About to digest the lies. This grown boy has all these aspirations. He's gonna do. Okay, y'all got it now. Okay. All right, I was wondering if y'all were with me now. uh, you mean that one kind of person that wasn't thinking about something until you said, Kalia, that guy, yeah, him. That guy who wasn't thinking about something you said or did it, something until you said or did it, or that one kind of person that copies what you do and try to convince others. Mm-hmm. Him. He's the one. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one. That stuff. They will sit there and create this whole story to make themselves look and feel better. And they'll put all the energy into that instead of going and make whatever they are saying they're doing. Like they can actually go and make it a reality. They just refuse to do it because they don't want the responsibility that comes along with it. Hey, Gigi, they don't want the responsibility that comes along with it. They don't want to commit to it. They just want to talk about it. The sad part, Doc, is grown boys have kids and they become. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let me. Grown boys have kids and they become grown boys, and that's a shame. Remember, I told y'all the other day about, being careful about the seeds that you sow? Fascination of wrestling. This is something that I tell my clients. You got this pretty little lady, right? And her name is, I'm gonna switch the names up for this one. You got this pretty lady, her name is Miss Number One. Okay, her name is Mess Number One. Mess Number One is looking for a good guy. She's looking for somebody that she can, build a future with. And she goes out and she sees this guy and he's fine and it looked like he got everything together. And his name is Mess Number Two. So Mess Number One and Mess Number Two get together, they date or whatever. She see that he's a little too messy for her, but she's loving it, because they're all about the mess. Now they dated, they got married, okay? Now you got the family of the messy. Messy one and messy two. Well, messy two just felt like they needed to expand on the messiness and they go and have some kids. So now you're sitting there and you just got a family full of messy people. Messy one, messy number two, messy number three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. See, messiness. When you go and you start breeding, you know, that messiness and putting those things together, it's just like these viruses that are going around. You got this strain over here, and then you got this one over here, and then these things combine, and now you got a whole new one that nobody has a vaccination for. Nobody knows what to do with it because it's just so messy. Yes, Lulu, you ain't got nothing but a big old mess. You got a mess from the M to the S. Yes. Now, what do you do about that? Because you recognized the mess when you first saw it. And you've convinced yourself that the mess wasn't really as bad as it appeared. Standing bushes on a plane. Messy baby. Have you going around singing, I don't want no scrub? I had to learn how to be humble and let God take control. Kelly sister work at the gas station. Yeah, that was child. So this is the thing that you have to deal with whenever you're messing with the grown boy. So the best way to deal with the grown boy is to make said grown boy take responsibility for his actions. In order to deal with grown boy, you have to, how do I say this in a nice way? You have to start calling grown boy out when he lies to you. It doesn't matter if it's coronavirus. It doesn't matter how small it is. You have to start okay, we're not going to do this today. Okay, we're not doing the line today. Come on, Craig. Not today. Not today. Whenever you sit, number one, if you're in a relationship, you got to be like really take the time and sit down and see if you want to deal with grown boy. Is that something that you want to deal with in the long term? Remembering that you have a grown boy, okay? So he doesn't get any younger, but he'll darn sure get older. And the older he gets, and you're still having to deal with the childish antics, is that something that you're willing to deal with? I see it on here. Check the liar at the door. You got to check the liar like you check the coat. Marietta, there it is. Are you willing to put in a lifetime of being his mama? Is that what you put in for? I hope not. For a lifetime? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Sitting in his best friend right on the riding on the passenger side. For the women, grown man, grown boy, grown mess wrapped in one body, just a whole big old grown mess. Are you going to, as a female, are you going to, even if the father isn't there, are you going to be willing to make sure? Oh, Trevor, yeah, it does. That's what I was saying. I gave that disclaimer at the beginning. We got some women that's a mess too now. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know what? I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do it from the other side. Actually, I may do it later on today. I'm gonna do it from the other side. Um, are you going to be willing to, if you can't teach the son or daughter, but we're talking about boy right now, the things that he needs to know to be a responsible adult. Like, are you going to be willing to sit there and make sure that he's held accountable for his actions as a young person so that he won't become a grown, rusty behind person that won't take responsibility for his actions?
Get ready to rock and roll. So you come back here and hang over them. Got other stuff to do.
What you gotta do?
I gotta stop by another place and get home just in case they have Bible study.
Y'all not having Bible study?
You ready?
You just started having church in the field. You're not having Bible study.
Where you working? I'll be back. I'm off the Walmart right over there tomorrow.
Y'all stand by.
Yes, you finished doing what you're doing. And I thought I probably Jesus. Are your eyes red? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
Some corn.
That's your stuff.
We got some fish on chicken patties.
Which one you start eating corned beef?
I've been eating.
What's in there?
That's a healthy portion. I got chicken patties in here.
What you dressing?
That looking too good for some corned beef. Okay. Ugh.
Oh, this is spoons. Which one?
Huh?
You got some plasticware?
No, I mean I do, but use that. You're talking about our own kids holding responsible, right? Right. At this point, are you ready to Are you willing to make sure that you're teaching your kids the right things so that they won't grow up being grown boys and grown girls?
You want some of these rice?
Uh-uh. Because this stuff starts at home. Now, the thing is, even if they're raised this way, once we get a certain age, we're able to make our own decisions and decide to do things the right way. Even if we were allowed to do things as kids, as adults, we have the ability to go and turn these things around. But these millennials are something else. Peace and Proposal, some of them are, but the people that I'm referring to right now, they came up with me. These grown, rested behind people that I'm speaking on right now. You know, we got baby boomers and everything up in there. So that's the Peter Pan syndrome. Yes, Peter Pan. Nobody wants to grow old. That's what life says. They live in a never, never land. So, I have already mentioned females too. I have never dealt with such immature females. Yeah. We see it a lot. And I'm going to try my best not even go into that today because, like I said, that's a whole other story. So I can go ahead and let you know that the next thing that I put out, we will reverse this around and put it back on females. Now, my sisters, y'all going to be mad with me. But I'm going to put it on the table. What? I am. My mama talking about, oh, wow. We're going to put it on the table. Because some of us ain't quite right either. Yeah, I said it. Some of us got some growing to do too. Some of us don't keep it 100. That's why I got my own channel, so I be my own boss. Okay? Trying to get me fired. He said, Lord, break the cycle. Listen, we'll just one thing, we'll touch on one thing, and we're going to get up out of here. Okay. Grown girl. Take the same thing that you have with these grown men. It's a little bit different. What you looking for?
I'm finna get your cup.
What you mean? I'm just... The grown girl usually comes across as a spoiled girl. So it's still the same thing. You got a pretty package on the outside. But when you crack that egg, it's just as rotten on the inside. Oh my. They'll get you ready. You just ready to have you a nice egg sandwich. You done got those eggs together. You ready to crack them. You done got your belly right and got your mouth and your little taste buds ready for it. And you crack that egg open and oh my goodness. It is spoiled on the inside. That inside will make you no longer pretty. Come on now. Got all of this. Got all of this. Nah, not bald, spoiled. Just spoiled on the inside. I mean, for no reason at all. And it's like something's not right. You check the carton, it got the date, it hadn't expired yet. You know? What happened? Just a rotten egg. They're not always pretty. They just think they're the prettiest. I'm not gonna get on that. I'm not gonna get on that today. I'll come back and we're gonna get on the females because I don't want the guys to think that this a male bashing thing or that this is some type of feminist channel. What'd you say, Mama? My mom talking about yes it is. We gonna talk about her tomorrow. She one of them rotten eggs over there. You can't come to my house and talk about me. And she issuing threats. Mm-mm. Help us. Now y'all see where I get it from. Yeah. They're talking about, I hear you, Mama. Y'all better get her started now. Some males are more melodramatic than females, though. Yeah, well, yeah, true story, true story. I wanted you to.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some men are more melodramatic than females. We've been seeing a lot of that lately, but we're not going to get onto that today. Miss Eva said they more like deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are good. I don't even know if we can give them that name. Just some spoiled or rotten eggs. Just rotten for no reason at all. Now, I'm going to leave y'all right there. That's where I'm going to leave y'all at. So, if y'all got some more to say, put it down in the comments under this video. And we're going to come back. Like I said, I may do it tonight, depending on, how I'm feeling, or I may come back and do it tomorrow. If it's not a lot of people going live tonight, I might come back tonight and do it, further the discussion. And we can open up the phone line so that we can get you guys to express your thoughts and opinions live. Thank God for my mother, 83 years of age and still thriving. That's what I'm talking about. 83 years old and still driving? All right now. Amen, Renee. So y'all go and take your notes. Get your, stuff ready to go so that we can have these conversations. If you got questions that you want to ask, go ahead and get your questions together so we'll make sure that we touch on it. They're more like a spam salami sardine sandwich. Oh, that's nasty. Just rotten. For no reason at all. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, just, wanting to leave you guys with a little something. We'll come back and touch on this thing. And I'm going to do it tonight. So, guys, go and tell the other fellas that we're going to get on the females tonight. How about that? Females, y'all going to have to sit in the bushes. Y'all going to have to sit in the bushes. I know it'll be most of y'all talking anyway because, we're going to go ahead and speak our piece. But, yeah, we're going to see how this goes. In the meantime, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and stay corona-free. See you next time.